In 2003, a 24-year-old postal worker named Marcus started investing $100 a month. He didn't have a finance degree. He didn't have a hot stock tip. He had a crappy job, a used car, and a decision nobody around him understood. His friends laughed. His brother told him to spend it on something real. His coworkers said the market was a scam. Marcus kept going anyway. 10 years later, he hadn't invested in some miracle startup. He hadn't gotten lucky on crypto. He just kept doing the same boring thing, month after month, until the day he looked at his account and saw a number that made him sit down. In a moment, I'm going to tell you that number, and then I'm going to show you exactly, mathematically, how that same thing can happen to you, even if right now $100 feels like a stretch. Stay with me. This one's going to change how you think about money forever. Here's what nobody teaches you growing up. They teach you to work for money. Get a job, get a paycheck, spend it, repeat. The whole machine depends on you staying broke. Banks need borrowers. Advertisers need consumers. The economy runs on your inability to hold on to what you earn. And look, I'm not here to make you feel bad. Most people were never taught any differently. Your parents probably weren't either. This isn't about shame. It's about truth. The truth is this. Most people will work 40 years and end up with less money than they started with. Not because they didn't earn enough, because they never learned to make money work for them instead of working for it. The average American spends over $1,200 a year on coffee, around $900 a year on lottery tickets, hoping to win back the money they should have just kept. We are very creative at finding ways to give money away, but I want to show you what happens when you do the opposite, when you take just $100, and you invest it every single month for 10 years. Not $1,000, not $500. 100. The cost of 2 dinners out. 3 months of a streaming service nobody uses anymore. And here's what that does. Let's run the numbers raw, no fluff. You invest $100 every month for 10 years. That's 120 months. That's $12,000 total out of your pocket. Now, you put that money into an S&P 500 index fund. Nothing exotic. A fund that tracks the 500 biggest companies in America. The S&P 500 has returned, on average, roughly 10% per year since 1926. That's not a sales pitch. That's nearly 100 years of historical data. At a 10% annual return, your $12,000 doesn't just sit there. It compounds. And here's where it gets interesting. After 10 years, you don't have $12,000. You don't even have $15,000. You have approximately $20,484. You put in $12,000. The market gave you back $8,484 more. Money you never worked for. Money you never punched a clock for. Money that appeared because you were patient. Now I want you to think about that for a second. You made $8,484 doing nothing. That's 3 months of salary for a lot of people. Just sitting there, accruing while you slept. But what if the market crashes? I hear you. The market has crashed. In 2001, in 2008, in 2020. Every single time it came back. Every single time. People who panicked and sold locked in their losses. People who kept buying through the dip got richer because of the crash. This is not speculation. This is history. And here's the part that really gets me. This is only 10 years. Add another decade and you're not looking at $20,000 anymore. You're looking at over $75,000. The same $100 a month. The same boring index fund. Just more time. That's compound interest working for you instead of against you. Because if you've ever had credit card debt, you already know exactly how compound interest works. The bank's been using it on you for years. Back to Marcus. He invested $100 a month from age 24 to age 34. By 34, he had around $20,000. Not life-changing money by itself, but he didn't stop. He kept going. And he made one other move. He increased his contribution as his income grew. By 40, he was putting in $300 a month. By the time Marcus was 45, his portfolio had crossed $200,000. A postal worker, a guy his friends had laughed at. He didn't retire early. He didn't go viral. He just never stopped. And one day, he realized that the portfolio he'd built was generating more in passive returns than some of his friends were earning in a year at their jobs. That's the quiet revolution nobody talks about. It doesn't look dramatic month to month. It looks like nothing, actually. It looks like $100 disappearing into an app and nothing happening. And then one day, the number is big enough that the math starts doing more work than you are. That's when the game changes. So how do you actually do this? Let me be direct. Step 1. Open a brokerage account. In the US, Fidelity, Vanguard, and Schwab are all solid. They have no account minimums and no trading fees for index funds. It takes 20 minutes. You have 20 minutes. Step 2. Set up automatic investing. Every month, on the same day, $100 leaves your checking account and goes into your investment account automatically. You don't touch it. You don't check it every day. You set it and forget it. Step 3. Buy an S&P 500 index fund. VOOFSKAX-SPY. These track the same market. Pick one and stop overthinking it. The biggest wealth killer in investing isn't a bad market, it's paralysis. Step 4. Leave it alone. This is the hardest one. Every time there's a headline about a crash, every time your stomach drops watching a red day, you do nothing. You keep investing. If anything, a downturn means you're buying shares on discount. More shares for the same $100. That's it. That's the whole strategy. It's not sophisticated. Dave Ramsey has been saying a version of this for 30 years, and people still don't do it because they're waiting for a better time, a bigger amount, a sign from above. There is no better time. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Let me speak directly to the person watching this who's thinking, I can't even find $100 a month. I believe you. I'm not dismissing that. But I want you to honestly audit where your money actually goes before you say that. Not judge yourself. Just look. Track your spending for 2 weeks. Write it down. Most people who say they can't find $100 are spending $80 on subscriptions they forgot about, $60 on food they threw away, and $40 on stuff they bought because they were bored at midnight. $100 a month is $3.33 a day. That's one less energy drink, one fewer fast food run, and it's not a sacrifice forever. It's a trade. You're trading $3.33 today for a future version of yourself who has options, who isn't forced to take a job they hate because they need the paycheck, who can say no. Freedom isn't free, but in this case, it's only $100 a month. Marcus, the postal worker, told me something once that I never forgot. He said, the hardest part wasn't the money. The hardest part was believing I deserved a future. Most people don't start because deep down, they don't think it's for them. They think investing is for people with money, with suits, with MBAs. It's not. It never was. It's for anyone willing to start, willing to stay consistent, willing to miss one dinner out a week in exchange for not being broke at 60. $100 a month. 10 years. $20,484. Start today. If this changed how you think about money, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to see what happens when you push that to 20 or 30 years, that video is next. The numbers get genuinely uncomfortable. See you there.